All right, what's up, guys? Aaron from Great Lakes RC, and we got a new addition. All right, so I picked up a helicopter, the Blade 235 CP. So I'm pretty excited about this because this is bigger than my micro helicopter. So we got a few things to talk about, and then I'll do a quick flight. All right, so I got the bind and fly version of this helicopter. I've actually flown a very similar one. My dad has I think it's the 230S Smart, which is the successor to this one, and they made a lot of improvements from what I could see. Mainly was this tail, or this boom. It's a lot bigger than the previous one. And then also these servos are they're in a different spot. You can see these two are forward. I think the other one was back here more. I think those were the main changes. As far as how it flies, I think I flew the 230S. I think I flew that about 3 times, and it had a ton of tail wag. I know that that's something you can tune out in the settings. Hadn't got around to that because it wasn't mine, it was my dad's. This one, once I got it set up, it has minimal tail wag, so I do still want to do a little bit with it to tighten it up. But as far as a beginner helicopter, I think this thing's awesome. I'm at the beginner stage. I'll grab my Goose Guy real quick. So here's the Goose Guy S1. So, I mean, night and day as far as size. The Goose Guy has, I put a video out, kind of struggling with it a little bit. It's a very small helicopter. It's hard to see. That's why I went with pink. I originally had green, but I went with pink. Actually got it all fixed up from that last video. This plastic part busted on me, so I replaced it. This is a nice aluminum and carbon fiber anti-rotate bracket. Real nice. So hopefully when I crash it again, that won't break. But I was struggling with this one a little bit. Also, I was struggling because somebody in the comments said, dump Spektrum, get Futaba. Well, okay. I have an NX8. It's not a cheap remote. I'm not going to dump it. I wanted to get something that was all Spektrum, right? So I have the smart battery for this. I have the NX8. This thing hooks up together. I have telemetry. It's really fantastic. People hate on Spektrum, whatever. It's great for someone like me that's a beginner. When I bound this up, it pulled the programming information directly off the receiver into the NX8. You do have to update it, and if you're like me, it can be a little tricky. So I want to show you guys something real quick. So if you go up here and you go down to system setup, it says yes. So the next thing you need to do is you need to go to your Wi-Fi utilities, and then you connect to your network. And then it says thumb twiddling, which is kind of funny. So we'll connect up to and it saves the password for you. So it says connecting. So you obtaining. All right, so I'm connected, which is great. Okay, so now if you haven't done this, like I didn't do it, you have to create a My Spektrum account. I had a Spektrum account. There's another account called My Spektrum, and on the website, I think it's in the upper right. It says My Spektrum. So you create a username, login, password. So then what you would do is you would log in. Mine says it's already logged in. You would click register, and then it registers your radio. So then your radio's on there, and then you can do the important part, which I did, which is check for updates. You check for updates, thumb twiddling. Loading. All right, so I already have it. You see how it's installed? That's the one you need. 4.01a.18. That's the update that you need. That's the latest and greatest. Once I had all that done, so again, you have to create your My Spektrum account, register your radio, check for updates, get the latest and greatest updates, and then when you bind this, it's super simple, pulls it right in, and then you're good to go. So I can move this around, and I can see this helicopter. I mean, this size, even in my backyard, which I'm going to show you, it's pretty good for a backyard flyer. So with that, we'll go get a flight in. Okay, so I found here in the backyard. I'll take it up and then I'll kind of get behind it and we'll go back and forth this way. This seemed to work a little bit better. Make sure we're in normal mode. I think we're in normal mode. Hold off. Yep, we're in normal mode. All right, here we go. There we go, get the spool in. And we're off. Now I'll switch to here. There we go. I do have a little bit of wind, but man, this thing is way easier to see. Way easier to see than the mini one. A little bit of tail wag. I think that's a lot of times I notice that when the wind is strong or when I'm doing a change from forward pitch back. You can see it wagged a little bit there. But yeah, just kind of getting the feel of this. This is the third flight I've had to right now. So we'll go into stunt one real quick. Out of stunt one, back into normal. Yeah, it's just too tight here for me to try to experiment with that. Just too tight. I don't want to even mess with it. But yeah, it's a nice flying helicopter. I think I can, the yellow and the white, I think is a good color combo. There goes a rabbit. So yeah, I'm just kind of in normal mode, just practicing hovering back and forth, just feeling how it reacts to this wind, because it's quite windy, so this is good experience for me to deal with that. If I calm down a little bit here, maybe I'll try to do something. See, that flips around pretty quick. Pretty impressive, I think. We'll bring it back. Flip it back around. Very comfortable with the tail at me. Again, doing as much sim time as I can. But even just this is enjoyable, I think, for me, just to kind of putter it around a little bit. And it just really performs well. So for a new pilot, that Goose Guy S1 is really cool. It's got great components. But I would say #1 sim, and then I would go right to this one. And the only reason I'm saying go to this one is because you can see it. It reacts quickly when you need it to. I can't see my timer. Might have to land it. I'm not hearing my timer at all. All right, I'm gonna land it real quick. What am I at here? 3.8. Okay, let's go all the way over 118. Okay, got 118 left. All right, let's put it up in the air again. Maybe I'll try to get a little brave. Nope, the wind just kicked up right when I was gonna think about putting it into stunt one there. Oh, there we go. There's my 1 minute. A little bit of stunt one. Normal mode. There we go. Oh, Oh, that's what happens. Hold mode. Crashy crash. Not good. Poor helicopter. See how bad we broke her? Yeah, we broke something. Take the canopy off. Turn the battery off. All right, let's see what we did. I'm not sure what we did. Oh, we broke, okay, it looks like we broke that right there. Blade grip on that side, okay. Okay. Yep, so that popped out. And then this looks like that ball end, which is good. I mean, they make this helicopter, they know you're gonna crash it. Oh, dang it. Bent the boom. Oh, that's a bummer. That is a bummer. I hate dealing with the booms. Okay, well, might be able to straighten that a little bit. So anyway, I gotta get a couple parts. Not too bad of a crash. Yeah. Although, why is that like that? Okay. Well, I'll get it back in the air flying again. Hopefully it's nothing terrible. Hopefully it's just this grip right here, and then we'll be back to square. All right, adventures in flying helicopters. Catch you next time. All right, guys, quick update on the 235 CP. I actually broke a lot more than what I thought when I was out there. Of course, I'm using my iPad because the GoPro is done for right now. It's charging. So I actually broke spur gear. Should mention this is about a week later. I got all the parts, already got it fixed. So I actually broke the spur gear. It broke right at the bottom here. That piece of the spur gear completely broke off. One of the blade grips was this part right here came off, so I just replaced the whole blade grip, and then replaced the tail boom because it had a dent in it. I could probably got away without the tail boom, but I figured, you know, I'm replacing this stuff anyway. So all those parts, after tax and shipping, it cost me 25 bucks, which isn't horrible. Still more than what I thought I did to it when I crashed it. So obviously more sim time is required. I don't want to crash every single time and cost $25 each time I crash it and be down for over a week. But on the good side of things, this helicopter is so easy to work on compared to that Goosky S1. The screws are way larger, and just the components are way larger. It's easier to maneuver things in and out, and it's way better to work on. So I'm really liking this helicopter. Just wanted to give a little after crash update.